channel. If you are new here, my name is Leah and I am a sassy but sweet yoga teacher and fitness professional who likes to talk about all things health, fitness, and lifestyle related. So if any of those things sound like they might be something that you're interested in, please hit that subscribe button below. Or if you want to wait to the end of the video to see what I'm all about, that's totally okay too. But we're gonna go ahead and jump right into today's topic. So this is going to be a sit down video. I'm gonna try to stay on track. I do have like a little list of notes to the side because I'll be honest with you guys, I have a little bit of a memory problem. And I'm also very easily distracted. So I'm gonna try to stay on topic today. And today's topic I felt was very important to talk with you all about because it is the new year. Happy New Year. It is 2021. It's January. It's today, January 4th. So everybody's starting their New Year's resolutions, and some people are trying to get more fit and some people are trying to eat healthier and generally overall live a healthier lifestyle. Some people want to lose weight. And they use this kind of as a starting or a jumping off point. I know that's, the deal for a lot of people. I don't know why in the last couple of years there's been like this anti-New Year's resolution thing and people are like, oh, resolutions are stupid. I don't think anything's stupid if it helps you improve who you want to be. So if it betters your life, it makes your quality of life better, it makes you happier, it's never stupid in my eyes. So it's totally okay to start over in January, despite what people might say. So with that comes this influx of garbage. I have seen garbage all over the place. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, any kind of social media platform. There is just like so much noise, and for people who may not have a background in fitness or basic nutrition or whatever, you don't know where to start. You can get very easily sucked into this pseudoscience BS stuff that's out there. So I really think it's important for as many people as possible, even with somebody as a platform that's as small as mine, to say, hey, this stuff is garbage and you should probably avoid it. So specifically today, there's a lot of garbage out there, okay? But specifically today, I chose to kind of target, sorry for my friends out there, sorry, not sorry. I chose to, I know this is gonna piss some people off, but it is what it is, bro. So I chose to specifically talk about MLMs. I shouldn't say target, that sounds very mischievous. I chose to specifically talk y'all, I'm having a hard time. Specifically talk about MLMs today. And the reason for that is, okay, I am very outspoken. I have a whole nother video that I might be putting out soon. I did make it and then decided I wasn't sure if I wanted to put it out or if I want to remake it or if there's a different way I want to do it, whatever. But it is my anti-MLM story. It is about how I was involved in an MLM, why I left, kind of the issues that I saw and experienced firsthand, and why I am anti-MLM. And I think that'll actually clear it up for a lot of people, because there's no arguing, one, with the facts, two, with the evidence, and three, with my own personal experience. So with that being said, I was involved in one, but my biggest pet peeve is health and fitness, wellness, whatever you want to label them as, MLMs. I'm talking Beachbody. Beachbody's like the first one that comes to mind. What are some of the other health and fitness? Oh, Arbonne, Avocare. I don't even think Avocare is one anymore because they got sued and had to shut stuff down. I don't know if they completely went away or if they just changed their stuff. I don't know, but I have seen that on the anti-MLM network, basically, that people have shared that. So y'all, these are so frustrating to me. I will first and foremost tell you what I am not. I am not a dietitian. I am not a nutritionist. I am not any of those things. I am, however, going to pursue a certificate through NASM for whatever their nutrition certification is, but that's literally just for myself because I feel like I'm at a point now where my physical fitness is good, but I really just need to like kind of dial in the nutrition a little bit better. So I do have an extensive background in fitness. I don't have an extensive background in nutrition, but I do have a basic understanding of nutrition enough to know that this stuff is complete bullshit. So it's very frustrating to me when I see these and they're like, you can lose this many pounds in this many days. I'm like, that's not healthy. Or you shouldn't eat any food and you should drink this shake. That's not healthy. Or basically anybody telling you that you need supplements to lose weight in the first place, because that's not true. You don't need any kind of supplements to lose weight, period. End of story. That's it. So today, what I am going to tell you, I'm not going to dive too much into the anti-MLM side. I'm not going to talk too much about how I think their business model is predatory. That's for another video, but I did want to briefly touch on why I chose MLM specifically to talk about, and kind of compare what you shouldn't do to what you should do, because I see a lot of stuff out there that's just complete garbage, y'all. No matter what they tell you in their shakes, it's always going to be better to get your nutrients from whole foods. You shouldn't be doing these 3-day refreshes where you're only eating 900 calories. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Don't do that. Okay? So what I am going to tell you, without getting too ranty on the what you should not do, we're going to talk today about 5 things that you can do to lose weight that don't involve you joining a pyramid scheme. Okay? So I have my little list to the side. It's just like a brief little list. You can't even see it. So I have like talking points, and then I'm going to kind of elaborate with each talking point, and I'm going to try to keep this video like sort of short, because I know my last on sit down video was like 30 minutes and nobody watched the full video. I can see in the analytics, y'all. So I'm going to try to like move it along. I promise it's important. Stick around. Okay. So number 1, the number 1 thing that you need to do to lose weight that does not involve you joining an MLM or taking any kind of supplements is implementing a balanced diet. More specifically, with implementing a balanced diet, if you are specifically trying to lose weight, the number 1 way to lose weight, and this, as I said before, is grossly simplifying it. I understand that it is simple, does not mean it's easy. The number 1 way to lose weight is to manipulate the energy balance in your body with calories. So what does that mean? You're like, okay, what does that mean? So you have maintenance calories, you have a calorie surplus, and then you have a calorie deficit. So when you're at maintenance calories, you're not going to gain weight, you're not going to lose weight. When you're in a caloric surplus, you're going to gain weight. When you're at a caloric deficit, you're going to lose weight. What does this mean? So if you need, and I'm not going to get into calculating what calories you need. That's the number 1 thing too, is like your calories that you need to survive or lose weight or whatever are going to be completely different from somebody else's calories that they need. So before I get into explaining the calorie deficit, I do want to say, I'm going to link it below. There is a really good YouTube channel that I like to watch. She's called Frumpy Fit, and I'm going to link below. She does a phenomenal video on how to calculate your BMR. That's like, you know, or your TDEE, like your calories that your body needs to like survive, and then coming up with your deficit from that and all of that and all the math part of it. I'm not going to explain that today. I'll make this video way too long, but I am going to link it below. And her video is pretty short. It's very precise, very to the point. It will tell you exactly how to calculate your calories. But what I am going to share is a lot of people don't understand, because I see people that are like, oh, if I eat nothing but healthy food, I'm going to lose weight, healthy food, you know, Or I'm eating chicken and brown rice, but I'm not losing any weight. Well, you're not losing any weight because you're not in a caloric deficit. So for that caloric deficit, say, for instance, I actually have, this is an old paper, but I'm gonna grab this as an example. This is for my body scan, one of my old body scans from Gold's Gym. You can't see it, but that's okay. I'm just gonna read off of it for y'all. This will not be the same for you. Let me say it again. This will not be the same for you. You need to calculate your own calories. This is just an example. So, for instance, my BMR, my basal metabolic rate, this is how many calories you burn each day without doing any activity, breathing, sleeping. You know, I think Frumpy Fit in her video says, like, if you're in a coma, this is how many calories you would burn. And mine was 1561, so 1,561 calories. And then I had my total daily expenditure was at 2,498. They put me down here. This is actually kind of, there's no way this is right. This is not right for me anymore. They had me put in to reach my goals that I would need a caloric deficit of 600 calories. I didn't do that. I like in the Frumpy Vet video, I think she says like 250 to 500 calories. But anyway, it put me at, for my calories that I should be having to put me in that deficit would be 1,873 calories. So if I were to just eat that 2,400, whatever it was, calories, I would maintain. I wouldn't lose weight, I wouldn't gain weight. Now, say I was eating 2,800 calories unknowingly every day, I would slowly gain weight. Whereas if you're in that caloric deficit where you're eating less calories, okay, I'm trying to, less calories than your body needs to like maintain itself. Anyway, the takeaway from this, without getting too far into it, because I do have 4 other points to get through, and this video is already kind of long. You need to be in a deficit under whatever your maintenance calories is. Again, check out that video that I have linked below. It does a great job of helping you figure out what your BMR is, what your maintenance calories are, and then what kind of calorie deficit that you would need. I do want to point out when I say this, and this is a thing that I see a lot in these MLMs, like there was like a Beachbody 3-day refresh thing where it tells you to eat, it tells you to eat a diet of 900 calories while you take this supplement BS or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, anybody is going to lose weight on a 900 calorie diet because you're starving yourself. You don't need to do this starvation diet and take some stupid supplements to lose weight. Don't do that. Okay. So moving on to my next point. Point number 2 is to exercise daily. So this kind of ties into the first point of if you have those maintenance calories and you want to be in that caloric deficit, it's going to be, you could lose weight and not work out. That is totally possible for you to be using more energy than you're consuming. However, it is going to make things a little bit easier if you were also exercising daily, because it's gonna be a little bit easier for you to get into that caloric deficit when you're expending more energy by working out. And when I say exercise daily, I think a lot of people get confused by this. It doesn't have to be super intense. Like some people would just go, and I said this in one of my other videos, some people just go from like 0 to 100 and they're like ready to go out the gate. And I get it, you're motivated, that's awesome. But motivation is fleeting. It really is. And if you're not able to intrinsically keep that motivation up, you're gonna get burnt out really fast. So try to find something that you really enjoy. And then also start slow. Like if you're completely sedentary, then start out walking every day. Maybe you start off walking like a fourth of a mile and then a half a mile, and you work your way up to a mile, and then, you know, whatever, and work your way up from there. Don't just like go crazy out of the gate, because a lot of people make that mistake. And then also, what I was saying is find something you love to do. So that could be swimming, hiking, lifting weights, yoga, dancing, whatever it is that you like to do. If you don't think, oh, I have to lift weights because that's what I see so-and-so doing, or I have to do yoga because that's what I see so-and-so doing and they lost weight. No, that's stupid. You don't have to do that, or you don't have to join Beachbody and do their stupid at-home workouts. There are plenty of other ways for you to lose weight that don't involve that, you know. I have a whole separate rant I could go on about not showing people proper form for stuff in their living rooms, but I won't go there. Find something you enjoy other than a predatory MLM, please. Like, there are much cheaper things out there that you can do. That's another thing. You don't have to spend a buttload of money on some stupid supplement and program and all this other jazz. Like, it does not have to be that complicated. Okay. Moving on to my third point. So I initially wrote this down as drink water. So I don't have to tell you guys this. I'm sure a lot of people know drinking water is good for your body. Simply put, drinking water is going to help your body and the processes of your body move along more efficiently. And that's like I said, it's a gross It is a gross oversimplification, but I'm going to try to keep it simple. Drinking water is good for your body. It's going to help your body do what it needs to do. That's enough. Okay, so this actually brings me to a really great point. And what I didn't like about the whole MLMs and how they what am I trying to say? How they market their products or how they present themselves. I see a lot of like refreshes and detoxes and toxins in your body, and you got a sugar detox and you got a detox from this and that. I'm sorry, but if you are not a drug addict or an alcoholic, you are not detoxing. Stop saying that. It's very disrespectful. It's not a thing. Your body detoxes itself. If you have a working, healthy body, it detoxes itself. Your kidneys are detoxing you. Your body is taking the nutrients from what you eat and eliminating what you do not need. Your body does that all on its own without some BS supplement. And then one of the more important points that I wrote down afterwards, after I initially wrote this down, was like, okay, well, why was drinking water such a big deal for me? So drinking water was a big deal for me because it also helped me to stop drinking my calories. And what do I mean by this, right? Drinking calories. So a lot of people don't realize that, I feel like it's kind of common sense that, you know, calories, Jesus Christ. I feel like it's kind of common sense that like colas and sodas and things like that contain calories, and they contain a lot of calories, and that's empty calories. It's not gonna fill you up. It's not gonna make you full. You are wasting calories, throwing them out the window. So don't drink your calories. If you want to have alcohol and have a little bit of it in moderation, that's fine. But I would highly suggest, if you're drinking more water, you're less likely to be drinking things like soda, sweet tea, and like things like that. That was a big vice for me. I used to be a super crazy Dr. Pepper addict. Like, I'm telling you guys, I used to drink like 3 Dr. Peppers a day, and I don't drink it at all anymore. I have it like once in a blue moon, and then I'm like, why was I addicted to this? This doesn't taste as good as I thought it would. Because in my brain's like, hey, we used to really like that. We should try it again. And then I try it and I'm like, why did I really like that? You know, so for me, and I'll talk about this maybe in another video, I did the strategy of replacing it instead of just trying to like cut it out. So when you're cutting stuff out, try to add something in and it makes it a little bit easier. So if you're drinking more water, you'll maybe drink less of high calorie drinks and stuff like that. And I replaced Dr. Pepper with Topo Chico. For those of you that don't know, that is a carbonated water here in Texas. I'm sure it's other places too, but I had never seen it or drank it until I moved to Texas. But Topo Chico Lime is my jam. So I am probably arguably addicted to that now, but I'm like, carbonated water, much better than Dr. Pepper. So I'll take it over drinking Dr. Pepper any day, and it helps me keep my calories down and, you know, not fill up on those empty calories from soda. So point number 4 is also brings me back to the whole like anti-MLM portion of this video. And point number 4 is to get on a program. And you might be like, Leah, you told me not to get on a program, and that's not what I said, okay? I don't think it's necessary to spend immense amounts of money or be involved in something that's so predatory, or like a lot of the times if you sign up for these MLM programs, they're also trying to push these supplements on you. And I will say it time and time again, I do take supplements. However, supplements are not necessary for weight loss. You do not have to take a supplement. When I say I take supplements, I have like a pre-workout, things like that, because I feel like it helps me. I don't drink coffee, so pre-workout's kind of essential for me, but you do not need them. They're not essential. They're not necessary. They should not be forced on anyone. So as far as programs go, there are plenty of there are plenty reputable, I said it, I did it, yay. There are plenty reputable companies out there, people, programs, whatever. Me currently, I want to do a whole separate video on this, but I'm about to start week 4 of one of the programs in Whitney Simmons' Alive app. And y'all, at first I was like, this is $15 a month. That's, you know, I also pay like $12 a month for the Peloton app, because if you guys want to see a video on that, let me know. I did the little like Peloton hack. I did not buy a Peloton. I bought a cheaper bike, and then I used the app so that I can do the Peloton classes, but cheaper, because I am cheap. I'm cheap. And there's no way I was paying that full freaking price for a Peloton bike. No, thank you. I did that during quarantine. So if you want to hear about that, I can make a whole separate video. Let me know if you're interested in that. What the hell was I talking about? Oh, getting on a program. Okay, so I am currently doing Whitney Simmons' program, and when I first initially signed up, I was like, okay, she does give a free trial, and so I did the 7-day free trial, and I just tried like some of the standalone workouts, because she has it kind of organized where it's like leg workouts, ab workouts, whatever, HIIT workouts, and so I was like, cool, I'll try a leg workout, I'll try a HIIT workout, I'll do an ab workout. Doing 3 workouts, I was like, okay, I'll pay for the app and let me see her actual program. And she has like a few different programs on there, and you can choose which one's good for you. And then, okay, this is turning into a review of that. And I don't want to do that yet. I want to do a whole separate video on that. I want to do a whole separate video on that. So if that's something you'd be interested in, let me know. But my point is, I will link the Whitney Simmons stuff below, because while I have done other people's programs, hers is the best that I've done so far. And I can say that because I've been doing hers for almost a whole month. And there were other programs that I did that I don't feel were as worth the money, or had the right kind of progressive overload. you need to, okay, so that kind of leads me into my next point for finding a program, right? One, it needs to be a program that you like. And then also, for instance, like the Whitney Simmons program that I use is a weightlifting program. So during this weightlifting program, it will slowly move you up notches. When I say progressive overload, that can mean like, yeah, you can move up in weight, or you can move up in reps, or you can be doing more work in less time. But your body has to constantly be challenged at some new level for you to make progress. So that is one of the main reasons that I think it's very important to get on a program. And I think I might have even mentioned this in one of my videos prior, but it's so important that I want to mention it again. And then also the biggest thing, and this is really good for, or really relevant to setting a New Year's resolution, is that when you have a program that you're on, like right now, I could design my own program, but I'm busy. And I don't have the time for that, or the energy for that, or honestly, the interest in that. So it's kind of nice, even for me as somebody who could make my own program, getting it from somebody else. So that helps me when I go into the gym. I'm like, okay, I have a plan. I know what I'm doing. I know what exercises I'm doing. I know how many sets I'm doing. I know what I'm doing, what equipment I need, whatever. But either way, you have a plan. And when I have a plan, I'm on week 4. I have not missed a single workout. This is a big one for me. It forces me to take rest days. Like today is my rest day. So right before this, I went on a walk by myself, and then I took my puppies on a walk. And then I think I might bike a little bit later. Like on my rest day, I still do stuff. Like I can't just not be active. But anyway, it's really important to have a plan, because then it helps you have that adherence, and that adherence to some kind of program or some kind of routine is really what's going to help you lose weight in the long run, is that adherence. Like for real, that's going to help you in the long run. So that is why it is important to get on a program, a legitimate program. Not from people calling themselves coaches because they bought a starter kit. Please find a fitness professional to get a program from, please. Okay, moving on to my final 5th point. After 30 minutes of filming, I will have to cut this down so that it is a shorter video, like I promised y'all. Sorry. My 5th and final point is sleep. And a lot of people might be like, duh, Leah, I know I need to sleep. But really, y'all, a lot of people will put in the work to lose weight. You know, having a balanced diet, exercising daily, and then their sleep is garbage. Sleep is really important, y'all. Your body needs to be able to recover from what you're doing during the day. And bonus, you're also going to burn calories while you're sleeping. And I was hesitant to even add this on. I'm like, do I need 5? But my OCD inside of me was like, you need 5. You cannot make a video with 4 points. It needs to be 5 points. I don't know why. And then I was like, you know what? I'll just talk about sleep, because sleep is very important. And I feel like it's a very underrated part of losing weight that people just don't really acknowledge or like think about. Or they're like, I'm fine, I can live with 5 hours of sleep or whatever. But you really do need that sleep. If you're doing all of these other things and you're checking off all the boxes and things still aren't working right, then it could just be that your sleep is not sufficient, which is totally possible. And then also just sleeping will make you more energized, make it easier for you to exercise daily, make it easier, put you in a better mood, etc. So, I mean, I'm sure I don't have to tell you guys that getting more sleep just overall makes you feel better. So with that being said, that's my final point. I will not rant anymore for y'all. But I will close with this, and that is, do not feel pressured. Do not feel like joining these people's team or using their supplements or detoxing or their promises that you'll lose a very large amount of weight in a very small time period, which is not healthy, by the way, if it is even possible. Don't feel pressured by that. And honestly, the majority of these people are literally just spewing stuff that they've heard from their upline, and they're not nutrition professionals, they're not fitness professionals. Most of them have no kind of certification, they don't know what they're talking about. So just be careful. There's a lot of misinformation out there, and tread lightly. Try to kind of just trust that intuition that goes, if this sounds too good to be true, then it probably is. Because while losing weight is very simple, it is not necessarily easy. And anybody who's promising you otherwise is probably lying to you. So, yeah, it's not a very like pretty dressed up truth, but it's the truth. And, I'm always going to give it to y'all. So with that being said, I will see y'all next time. Okay, bye-bye.